everyone, it's Happymailqueen. I thought I'd go ahead and do a tutorial on how I made this little treat box, and I'm also going to show you guys how to make this bow. So let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, you're going to need some kind of treat box that has a little window, and this is the one that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby, so I'm going to use this one. And then you're going to need some bling, flat backs, so that you can decorate your spider that you were going to put right here, and also to decorate your bow. So whatever embellishment that you want to use. I'm going to go ahead and use bling for my spider, as well as let's go ahead and use some of the confetti, web. And what else did I use? If you don't have the eyelash trim, you can pick up something similar. At Michael's, they did have this, I think, last year. I don't know if they have it this year, but anything that's like an eyelash trim looking trim like this. Okay, so I'll go ahead and use this one this time. And then you need some kind of sentiment. For this one here, I did use this ribbon right here. Okay, and we're basically just going to cut a piece of that. So let me just get my scissors. I like to use my fabric scissors. Okay, so there's my little sentiment. And then I'll cut the trim in a little bit. And then you want to use a die, a bow die, and I'm going to go ahead and use my Pink and Main die, bow die. So depending on the size of the bow you want to make, I basically just need this one and the little belt that goes around it. You don't need the tail. We're not going to use that. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut our paper. So let me put this aside for now. We'll leave it up there. Okay. So then let's go ahead and just cut a strip. And usually what I do is, if you're going to use some kind of pattern, just make sure that you want it oriented the way you want your bow. And I basically like mine oriented this way because I like the diamond, you know, this way. Vertical. So basically we're going to get our trimmer and we're just going to cut about, I think, just the size of your die. You can just do this and size it this way. So I think about like that is good. Okay, and then just cut a strip, so you don't need a whole lot. Okay, so you have that strip, and then you're basically going to cut this twice. And you want to kind of just center the diamonds, 2 rows of diamonds in the middle. So I'm going to just cut there, and then we're going to cut that twice. Okay, so I just did that. And then just leave a strip, of course, for your little belt. And this one you don't have to worry so much about because that's going to get covered anyway. And then just put it through your die cutting machine. So we're going to go ahead and move to my big kick. part, what you want to do is to create a template like I did here. So basically what I did was I took the large punch and I wanted this to come out a little more than this bottom piece here. So I used the 1/2 inch punch and I punched it out like that. You kind of have to play with it to get your exact, I'm sorry, it's the big one on the top, and then for the middle part you're gonna do this here and then the bottom. And then once I have my shape right, okay, then I fold it in the middle so that way it lines up and it's gonna look symmetrical. Okay, and then once you do that, then you basically line it up and then you punch the other side, okay, with the large 1/2 inch punch and then the 3/8 here and here. Hope that makes sense. Okay, and then, and this is like I think I used 110-pound cardstock, so it's, you know, pretty sturdy. And then what you want is also something to clip with, because now that you have a template, you are going to line that up. Okay, put your template on top of your pattern paper. You're gonna just hold that. Okay, and what I do is I actually trim there and I trim here. Okay, and then you're going to take the 1/2 inch. Again, depending on the size of your bow, but I think a lot of people got this bow because it's a really good bow. You kind of have to just adjust it. So do you see how I'm lining this up? Okay, and then you're going to cut down here. And then you're going to do the other side again. I don't need to fold it this time because I already have my template. So I'm basically just going to follow my template. Once you have your template, this is quick and easy. And there you have your bat wings. Okay, and then you want to glue this. So you want to make sure you have a mat. And then you can glue it this way, or you can glue it this way if you want just a different look to it. So I think I'm going to go ahead and trim it, glue it this way. So let's go ahead and glue that and make sure that's centered. Maybe a little bit to the left, just a tiny bit. Oh, I think I've already adhered it. Okay, that's okay. It's close enough. All right, and then you just do that. And then if you don't like the whites right here, you can just take a marker and just, that's what I did for this one because it's pretty bright orange, and I just do that. Or you can take your Distress inks, ink pad, and you can do that too. So it just depends on how finished you want it to look. Okay, so then that's basically how you create the bow. Okay, so then we want to put our spider. First we want our trim, so let's go ahead and basically I start at the back. You can do this any which way you want, but I just put a little bit of glue, and then I put this on there, this, or you can use a tweezer, whatever. I like to put mine on my Tim Holtz mat because nothing sticks to this thing. Okay, then you want to just kind of go around. I maybe do like 3 or 4. This just depends on how frilly you want it, but put a little more glue. And do that again. Press it on the mat. Make sure it's stuck. Not quite yet. Okay, and then you want to just cut the excess. And then you can trim this however you want. You know, if it's a little too long for you, you can trim it. Alright, and then once you have that, then you want to get your spider, which I forgot to get my little spider, so I'll go ahead and get that. And let's see, should we use orange? I think orange will be okay because it should stand out, right? Because there's black underneath. So I found the hot glue works fine, so I'll go ahead and just put a dab. I mean, so far it's worked fine for me. And I just make sure that's nice and pressed, and I hold it for just a few seconds. And just make sure you really get it down there, because you want to make sure that really sticks on. And don't worry about if it's indented like that, because you're going to put your am I missing one? I feel like I'm missing one. Where'd the other one go? Oh, here it is. Okay, so we're going to put a glue again. So put a little bit of glue, and you want, however you want to do this, but I like to use the big one on the bottom for the body. Just make sure that's nice and adhered on there. And then put a little bit of glue for the head. And just put a smaller gem. Okay, and then you want to put the spider webs. You can either put this before or after. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes I think I just forgot. I usually put it before, so I just kind of tuck it underneath the eyelash trim. Okay, so no, it doesn't want to tuck in there, but that's basically how you create that. Okay, and then let's just get our box, or where did our box go? So you want to make sure that's nice and clean. You can either clean it with alcohol. I'm going to lay it flat. Take my spider. Now these are stickered spiders, so they do have adhesive on the back, but it's not very good. It's not that sticky, so that's why I like to use a little bit of, I just bead it a little bit on the legs. Just put little beads of glue on the legs, and then you can put not too much on the side because it will, you want to kind of press this down. I think I want it this way. So then I'm just gonna, now the flap covers it, so you kind of have to close the flap first and then try to put this on. And then you're just gonna hold that for maybe 30 seconds. Weight on it. Okay, and then we want our little trim, or let's see, not trim, but this one. You're going to cut this maybe about 12 inches. And then what you want to do is glue your bow in the center. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue. Put that in the center. I just eyeball it. Just press that down on your mat. Okay, so what you can do is you can just put a bunch on your mat and then just, you know, make a bunch of bows and then just line them up and put it on the, and that's how the back looks like. And you're not going to see the back, so. Okay, and then hopefully this is now dry. Now you want to decorate your spider, so we're going to go ahead and take the rest of our, so I always like the bottom to be the biggest gem. So we're going to do that. And then you're going to do this one and that one. So you take the medium, whoops, one more. Oh wait, I don't want that one. I want the more metallic. See how this one is the gem? Yeah. Okay, so your spider is done. Then you just want to put your little sentiment. Now with this one, you can put hot glue, but since it's gonna go on this, oh, you can put hot glue. That's fine. Let's see, how far did we come down? Just like that. Just like that. So you can put a little hot glue. Make sure it's lined up. Not quite straight, but it's okay. So you have Happy Halloween, and then you're just gonna put your treats inside, of course. Oh, it's not dry yet. Oops. Yeah. I think I put a little, quite a lot of glue. I think I actually let this on there for, I think I left it there for about maybe 15 to 30 minutes. 15 is good, actually. So we'll just pretend that it's this one right here. All you need to do is just tie it on. You just put this through. Here, let me show you. Make sure we go through everything. Okay, you just put that through. Oops, wrong side. Just put that through. Put the other one through. And then you tie it in the back. It's a really cute box. So I didn't get to use it last year. I bought it last year, but I think I made my own little boxes last year using the Lawn Fawn gable box, or not the gable box, but the add-on. And that's it. See? You basically... Now this particular one doesn't want to stay up because it doesn't have anything inside it, but that's it. That's how you make it. So, alright, so I hope you guys give it a try. Like I said, you can just use any box with a window and any embellishment, but that's how you make the bow. I just basically wanted to show you guys how to make the bow. So thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.